everybody. I thought you would be interested in this. I went to timeanddate.com, astronomy night. I'll provide the link there. I'm at campus right now. It thinks I'm in Richmond, which is fine. That's close enough. Now, what's interesting is if you scroll down here on your web browser, you can select different planets that you want to observe. We're just interested in Venus and Jupiter. So if you click on Venus, it's actually showing you where it is right now in the sky. The sun is up, it's very bright, and so you can't see any of these stars or planets during the daytime because the brightness of the sun overtakes everything. So what you can do is drag this bar around, okay? So you click on this this little red ball here and you drag it to the left, and when you do that, it enters the green portion, okay? Now if you go back down below here, it says on the screen Venus is below the horizon. It hasn't risen yet. So if you start dragging this, you can see that Venus rises at 4 a.m. You might not be able to see it because of buildings or trees in the way, but if you're an early morning riser, you'll be able to see Venus. So if you wake up at 5:30 a.m., that's a little bit early for me. If you wake up at around 6 o'clock, you can see it. I wake up around 6:30, and even though the sun is starting to overshadow a lot of things, you can still see Venus. And you see sunrise is going to be right around 7 a.m. So if you're awake between around 6:30 or 7, you want to look towards the direction of where the sunrise is. That's to the east, and you want to look to see if you can see Venus. All right, it's an extremely bright object. It almost looks like an extremely bright star. Now let me reload this web page here. And let's look for Jupiter. Okay. Now you'll see this line right here with the arrow up. That means it rises at 9 p.m. Okay. So if you go out at nighttime, you might be able to see Jupiter from around 10 or 11 p.m. at night, and it sets at 10:55 a.m. Now let me show you what I normally do when I observe Jupiter. So right now it's in the daytime sky, but of course the sky is just too bright. You can't see any stars or anything. Now if you drag this to the left and right, you'll enter this green region, right? And that's when it's nighttime. Things turn around and everything. We don't talk too much about the way stars orbit, from our viewpoint. Okay, so anyways, look at that. There's the moon set. So this would be a great night to view Jupiter because it wouldn't be too bright. So what I'm doing is slowly dragging this red ball, and you can see that at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., I know a lot of students wake up, don't go to bed until like 2 a.m. or something. But this is 11 p.m. at night. Again, you want to look towards the east. Of course, it's pitch black. It's dark out. So you might have to remember where the sun normally rises from your location. Look towards the east. You should be able to see Jupiter at 11 p.m. Okay? And if we keep rotating this around, right around this, don't worry about these words here, Jupiter meridian passing. But if you're awake at 4 a.m., you want to look like straight above you. You'll see this enormously bright star-like object. That's Jupiter. Okay, it's just unmistakable. It's just amazingly bright in comparison to these other little stars that you see around. Even if you live in the middle of Danville and city lights, you'll be able to see this. Okay, and you keep on going. So this is when let's see, sunrise is right here. Okay, so if you wake up, like I said, I wake up at 6:30 a.m. If I go outside and I want to look for Jupiter, now we're talking about Jupiter, I pretty much want to look kind of straight up a little bit to the right, and I will be able to see Jupiter straight up, and I'll be able to see Venus over by the sunrise direction. So your goal is to try to see if you can find Venus and Jupiter. A lot of students think you cannot see planets because they're too far away. Well, the sun is really far away too, but we can see the sun too. Obviously, you don't want to look right at it. So that's what you want to do here. Okay?